One thing that I like to implement in all of my training programs is daily mobility exercises. Preferably, these are exercises that you do first thing in the morning. They're not particularly strenuous, and in fact, they're actually supposed to release stress from the body and wake your body up to improve circulation and your energy levels, right? And get you prepped for the movement and the day ahead. These movements, these exercises are designed to work on stability, flexibility, and mobility. Basically all of the abilities of the human body as far as physical training goes. These exercises can simultaneously strengthen and stabilize shoulders, activate and strengthen your core, stretch out your ankles, hamstrings, quads, and hip flexors, and as well as your upper back muscles and your shoulders, right? Pretty much working on everything simultaneously while also working on coordination, right? Coordinating your entire body so you can develop something called proprioception, which is self-awareness manifested through physical activity. So I'm going to give you a few exercises and really demonstrate and walk you through what I mean by this so you can actually see what this daily mobility looks like. All right, so in the first exercise, or the first couple of exercises or movements, we're going to go from the loaded beast to the beast lunge. All right, so basically we're going to start here in the beast position. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can pick your knees up an inch or an inch and a half or a half an inch off the ground in order to further activate your abs, okay? But for simple purposes here, for beginners, I'm going to start on my knees. First thing, I'm going to go into the loaded beast, sitting back in my hips, stretching out my shoulders, my upper back muscles, and working on arching my back and extending through my mid and upper back. This is very good to do if you're rounded at your back. You got a kyphotic spinal posture where you're rounded out a lot. This will open you up real nice. So we go from here, project forward, bring the foot to the side of the hand, pull the elbow back, and push the chest out in front of us. This is going to be working on stretching out this hamstring, this glute, and the opposite side of hip flexor, as well as further working on posture, extending the spine, contracting the muscles in the upper back for better posture in general, as well as activating the abs and obliques. So we're getting a lot of work done in this exercise. So placing the hand back down, loading up. Same thing on the other side. Now, you may feel tight, so you got to do this a couple times to loosen up. As you get comfortable with the exercise, you can get more explosive. All right, so now moving on. Now this is going to be very good for squat mobility, okay? In particular, working on getting deep into a squat. So, you're gonna start off reaching for the toes, and if you can hook your toes under your feet, all right? Second, you can drop down like so, hunched over, and dropping your hips as you push your knees out. You come up like so, stretching out the hamstrings, and then coming back down. And then up, and then coming back down. Up, and coming back down. Now, if you can sit in this position and start to pick your chest up. You keep your arms on the inside of your knees here, and you can push out to work on stretching your hips out so you can sit deeper into the squat. Once you get more advanced from here, you feel comfortable in this position, You can take one hand, cross over to the other side, and take the free hand and reach overhead. Okay? Same thing on the other side, and reach. And now this works on the squat, but also works on spinal articulation, where you can extend the spine, pick your chest up, and rotate. And this also works on your obliques and your transverse abdominis. Now that's just a few of a variety of different exercises that you can do each and every morning that you get started, okay? And the more consistent with this type of thing you are, the more you'll see your mobility improve, and that'll carry over to all of your training and all of your activity that you do, whether it be mountain climbing, hiking, walking, lifting weights, or whatever the case is. Now with these exercises, if these exercises are really challenging for you and maybe even impossible for you to do, that should serve as a big indication of how much mobility exercises you should be doing and how much you should be dedicated to this stuff. Because fitness, first and foremost, is a measurement of your movement capability.